All right, guys. At the end of last session, Visuriel reappeared and told you there is a way for Raarh to return. The cost? One of your souls. The room feels colder now. The frost-bitten silence stretches long across the prison cell. Kobe's body lies still. Raarh's form, limp, Alara, dead. And standing above them, draped in coils of woven shadow and quiet flame, Visuriel.
So, what exactly do you mean that one of us has to trade places with him?
I suppose clarification is prudent. Yes, one of you, entirely and willingly, a soul for a soul. One life given freely to reignite the extinguished spark of another. No riddles, no loopholes, no tricks. You choose, or he remains ash beneath your boots.
Well, that's cheery.
Can't we, I don't know, combine our efforts? Can't it be like 10% each? Pool it like a Kickstarter?
This is not a bake sale. The price is fixed.
How does this even work? Is it some kind of pact, like a binding fiendish exchange?
Alas, this particular deed requires no contract, no curse, no brand, not from me. The truth is simpler and far more humbling. I did not conjure this opportunity. I merely spoke with an old fool, bound by rights and bones and dust, trapped in the illusion that balance is still possible when the world itself rots beneath him.
So, if you're not going to have to do anything, then that means that our deal is off? And I don't owe you anything, correct?
Correct.
So, what you have done for us and are still doing for us, information, insight, you gave us all of this for free? Why?
Because we're a team now, remember? And, well, I suppose I'm growing rather fond of you.
Right, well, thank you, I guess. So what now? If we're not dealing with you and Celestia's magic didn't work, then what the hell will?
Visuriel steps forward, placing one finger lightly against the air, and as he moves it, a thread of light appears.
Then, allow me to lay out the weave you walk upon. The sword, Nepthet Ka, was the conduit. It did not cause the poison, but it called to it, like a flare in the void. I tried to unmake it, but I was interrupted, and the damage was done. The poison has now run its course, its half-life brief. It is gone from the blade and from Raarh's body, but it succeeded in its final act. It tore the soul from the threads of the weave. What remains now is but an empty vessel. To bring him back, you must anchor him again, and anchors require weight. A new soul.
So what, you are gonna do it?
No,
He looks directly at you, Tronald.
you will. You already know how.
Wait, you're saying it's vitamancy? Is it chimeric merge?
Correct.
But that spell's temporary. It fuses two beings, gives them both traits of each other. When the spell ends, it separates them again.
Yes, that is what it does when both souls are alive, but when one is soulless and the other willing to burn, the spell does not merge. It consumes. The two become one, but only one remains. The soul must choose not to fight. It must welcome the flood. It must let go. It is not a spell anymore. It is a funeral and a birth.
So, if we're talking souls, then it should probably be me, right? I mean, I wasn't born, not properly. I'm a construct of memories and intentions, shadow of someone else's dream. Maybe that means I was never really alive to begin with.
No, be quiet, Alden. I'm not going over this again. You're as alive as any of us. We are not deciding this based on some half-hearted sense of existential worth. You laugh, you bleed, you choose. That's life. That's soul enough.
It will be me. It must be me. He is my son, my blood, my burden, my boy. And if the gods now ask me to pay what I owe for the years I squandered, so be it. I have made mistakes. So many. The ground remembers the weight of them. I was not there when he needed me. I failed him. Again and again. But I will not fail him now. I should have died long ago, but stubbornness kept me breathing. Not strength, not purpose. This is the purpose. Let it be my soul. Let him live. Let me die.
Then we should honor that.
Yeah.
No objections here. If he's sure.
Damn good death. Better than most get.
Then I shall take my leave. You'll be needing your healer shortly, I imagine. If I may offer a final suggestion.
He begins to turn, cloak whispering like smoke as he walks, his voice sharp as frost.
Stop wasting time, not just here, everywhere. You scatter your strength chasing sparks in the dark while the wildfire grows. You play saviors in petty skirmishes and forget the war. The path forward is not hidden. You're simply walking in circles. Begin your hunt, or someone else will finish it for you.
And with that, he vanishes, the air hissing shut where he once stood. A beat passes. Then, Celestia, you blink back into consciousness, your chest heaving from the aftermath.
Ugh, I really don't like that. I thought this mark was meant to help me, not turn me into a bloody meat puppet every time he wants to make a cameo.
It might have just helped us get Raarh back, though.
So, what did he say this time? How the hell are we bringing him back?
Right. So, long story short, we're merging Raarh's body with Drogar's soul using vitamin C. Specifically, a spell called Chimeric Merge, level 6. Tronald casts it. Then when they're bonded, you raise him.
Right, let's not waste time.
All right, Joe, I draw the glyphs in the frost, unfurl the parchment, and begin reciting the incantation for Chimeric Merge. Hey, Drogar, you're sure?
Yes, he is my son. I was ready to die in that prison, but the god saw fit to give me this one moment, this one choice, and I choose him.
Drogar, when you're gone and he comes back, is there anything you'd like us to tell him?
Tell him I'm sorry. Sorry for leaving him in this world too soon. Sorry I couldn't be the father he needed when the darkness closed in. Tell him I failed her, his mother, the only woman who ever softened the beast in me. Tell him I see her now sometimes, in the way he fights, in the way he smiles when no one's looking. She would have been proud, so proud. Tell him I'm sorry he never knew his brother, our son. But he's out there, Raarh. They both are. Scattered stars in the dark, waiting to be found. I can feel it, in my bones, in my blood. And when he wakes, tell him to burn bright, to carry us, to carry me, not with guilt, but with purpose. I give him everything I am, and everything I could never be. That's the truth of being a father. You don't just raise a son, you raise a legacy. And when mine rises again, the world better be ready, because Raarh is my final roar.
We will tell him, Drogar. Let's do this.
All right, give me an intelligence check. DC is 16.
That's a 13, but
Flash of genius. No way we're failing this.
Ugh, damn it, I forgot to guidance you earlier. Gods, that's on me.
Very poor performance.
And where was your bardic inspiration?
Well, mine costs, yours doesn't.
Shut the fuck up, man.
All right, the runes flicker. You close your eyes and see them, not as two men, but as raw concepts. Essence, density, will, and mass. And you sculpt. Like a divine tailor, you begin weaving. What are you merging, Tronald?
well, to start with, the soul, Drogar's will, his grit, his sacrifice. But while I have the canvas open, I'm going to build. Start with the muscle, not bulk, efficiency, coiled power, movement without thought, precision in every fiber. Bone, pressure-tempered, unyielding, reflexes, Drogar's instincts, a lifetime of split-second choices wired into him. Keep the heart Raarh's, because no one fights harder. Keep the lungs his, because no one breathes rage like he does. But the body, it won't just endure, it'll command. No ghosts, no war within. One man, one soul. Raarh, reforged, refined, a beast born of sacrifice and built to win.
So, TLDR, are you just trying to buff him?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Make another intelligence check for me, buddy.
Guidance.
Bardic inspiration.
Flash of genius again.
All right. Damn, calm the hell down. What's the total?
That's a 21, plus 4 from guidance, plus 7 bardic, plus 5 from flash, 37 total.
Wow. It's beautiful. You speak the final syllables, and the scroll turns to ash midair. Golden threads of vitality swirl outward, spiraling into Raar's body and Drogar's soul. You don't cast the spell, you conduct it. It's as if the weave itself bends to your vision. Muscle tightens beneath skin like iron cables. Bone reknits into denser, stronger architecture. Power and memory coil together, fusing Drogar's grit and Raar's rage into something new, something singular. And then, stillness. A vessel, a soul, waiting to be filled with life.
All right, time for Raise Dead. Wait, fuck. I don't have any more level 5s left. That failed attempt earlier wasted it.
Don't worry about it. We can just wait until tomorrow. Honestly, I'm spent. I thought we lost him, but between all of us, we did it. We brought him back. Or at least, we will be able to bring him back now. Ugh, my head's a mess.
Yeah, well, good luck explaining this to him when he wakes up.
What do you mean?
I think he means we went into those mines, fought like hell, did everything to save his father. And now, his father's gone.
Now, the Raarh I know isn't gonna bitch about it. Yeah, he might be surface hurt for all of 2 minutes, but then it's going to metabolize into fire, into rage, and start simmering beneath the surface. But, yeah. Let's get some rest then. The sooner we cast, the better.
You know it's not going to be an easy fix like Revivify, right? He's going to feel like dog shit for the next 4 days. Body will be struggling with exhaustion, and that's not even taking into account whether it will reject the merge over and over until it doesn't.
Right. So we keep a low profile until he's stable. No fighting, no crazy shit, no heroics. We all act as glorified nurses until he's better.
Well, we have to start making progress for the Northern Aterian. Vizuriel isn't going to wait forever, and 4 days sitting around after our prison break escapade might just piss him off. I say we bring Raarh back, and then start making moves towards its location. We don't have to engage with it, or where it's hidden just yet. But who knows how long it could take us to actually get there. Might as well make a start.
It's at this point you hear a hem behind you. You all turn around and stood there as Craigus and Morgan.
Guys, it's been I'd say pleasure, but honestly, I'm not sure that's the right word.
Yeah, more like a fever dream with occasional acts of heroism. But somehow, we made it out of this frozen hell together. And for what it's worth, I'm glad it was with you lot.
Yeah, saw things I'll never forget, and some I'm already trying to. But I won't forget you, any of you. You ever find yourself back in Solaris, look us up. We'll be doing what we do best, blending into shadows, listening where no ears should be, and keeping an eye on the bigger game. Building that network, Tronald. Quiet work, subtle hands, but good hands.
I'll need that, all of it, and I'll never forget what you both gave. You didn't have to stay this long, but you did.
Just keep surviving. Stick together. Get your big green friend back.
They begin walking away, but pause at the exit to the cells. Morgan turns, raising 2 fingers in a silent salute. Craigus lingers a second longer, eyes scanning each of you. There's something in his stare. Not goodbye, more like, you've got this. Then, with a final nod, he turns and follows, making their way through the frost giant stronghold and towards the exit.
And then there were 6.
Yep.
I feel like we should bury Kobe properly.
It feels wrong, doesn't it? We going through all this effort to bring back Raarh, and, well, we've kind of just left Kobe. Like, is this really the end of our desire to save him? What? Because he wasn't as important?
It's not that he didn't matter, he did. But bringing someone back the way we just did, that takes power. Real power. Power I can't repeat alone. And frankly, power I don't want to borrow again. And yeah, maybe we didn't fight as hard for him. But I'm not going to lie to you. Kobe walked into our lives, left without warning, then did the same damn thing again. I'm not in the business of grieving ghosts who never stuck around long enough to cast a shadow. If he'd stayed, if he'd fought with us longer, maybe those bonds could have grown. Maybe we would have cried for him. But to pretend those ties already existed, to put him on the same level as Raarh, that's not grief, that's fiction. And I don't deal in fiction. I deal in what is.
Isn't that the damn truth? Poor little bastard. But it's funny in a way. Since the day he was born, which, let's be honest, wasn't all that long ago, he was a goddamn magnet for trouble. Like the universe saw him and went, "Ah, yes, that one. Let's ruin him." And yeah, maybe he didn't live long, but people talk like that's a tragedy. Thing is, if you live a week, that week is your entire universe. You don't know what you're missing. A day, a month, a year. It all stretches to fill whatever life you had. So maybe he didn't get a long run, but at least he had a run. And it was a good laugh.
True. Still.
Right. I'm just gonna sit here and pretend you didn't go through hell and back to try save Gobbo the Goblin, but hey-ho.
It's Gabba, Joe. Gobbo was his uncle, or his granddad or something. I don't fucking know. Anyway, I should probably see how he's doing soon.
So you're not denying it?
Gabba is like the fourth most important person in my life.
Who's the third?
Joe, I kneel down, close his eyes, and start shaping the ice. I cast Destroy Water. Then, I roll his body into the carved pit, fold his arms, and cast Create Water. Then, I cast Shape Water to freeze the water over him, layer by layer. Yeah, that'll do. If we ever get strong enough, we'll come back for you, Kobe. For now, just chill out.
Ha, you said chill because it's cold and he's buried under ice. Funny.
The ice hardens, gleaming in the low frostlight. A smooth glacial tomb, silent, no gravestone, just the memory that he was here, that he mattered.
You know that spell will wear off in an hour, right?
Luckily for us, Alden, I'm not relying on magic. It's called basic physics. It's -20 out here. You could spit and watch it shatter. Pretty sure our boy's coffin isn't melting anytime soon.
So, what about her then? I gesture toward Alara's twisted corpse, Joe.
Alara? Meh, no point keeping her around. Any commune spell would be blocked or ignored, either burn her, bury her, or let Mite chew on what's left. The poison stopped interacting with her now, at least so. Yeah, you're not going to die if you do.
Agreed. She's had her chance to talk, and she chose poison. We're not giving her another.
Well, we're resting after this, right? To get that 5th level spell slot back. So, what do you say, Celestia? Alden, let's take her outside and spam her with fireballs.
That's wildly irresponsible. Overkill, borderline psychotic. Raarh would love it. Let's fucking do it.
Sure, why not? We buried one friend in the snow. Might as well cremate our enemy in the fucking sky.
Oh, hell yeah, this is gonna be therapeutic.
All right, so you haul the corpse of Lady Alara out into the freezing tundra. The wind bites like teeth, howling over the stone as you prop her up. Her lifeless body slouched against a jagged slab of ice. Her blindfold still stained with old blood, her silence final. You space yourselves out, form a little execution circle. Motes of arcane flame begin to spin at your fingertips. Red, orange, blue. A flicker of green from Alden for flare. You each unleash. 1, 2, 4, 7, 10. 15 fireballs scream out across the glacier, erupting in rapid, thundering bursts. Boom! 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 Flames consume the snow, the rock, the air itself. Even Skadrith, deep within the maw, probably flinched. By the end of it, there's nothing left. Not bone, not cloth, not name. Just a dark, scorched divot in the ice. The snow around it, vaporized. Ash scattered on the wind.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Out of interest, let me work out how much damage that will be. I'll just use my phone dice. So that's 120 d6, which gives us 406 fire damage. She is conclusively, undeniably, beautifully gone.
I feel better now.
Yeah, lol. It was like one of those rage rooms.
Neat. Let's rest now. Celestia, 5th level in the morning?
Yeah.
All right then, guys. So, you head back into the maw, get yourselves huddled up, presumably within Tronald's tiny tower to retain warmth. Then you rest. All right, the next day is here. Celestia, your spell slots return. You may now cast Raise Dead. Let's bring back our boy.
I pull out the diamonds, Joe. 500 gold's worth. One by one, I line them across his chest. Not scattered, placed, each a point in the weave. Then I begin. Joe, I cast Raise Dead.
The diamonds shimmer in the thin morning light, nestled between the ridges of Raarh's chest, dense muscle wrapped in faint frost. You press your hands over them, Celestia, and begin to chant. The words come slow at first, ancient, divine. Not loud, but each syllable feels like it echoes off the mountains. Golden red light spills from beneath your fingers. It coils around the diamonds, pulling them into a quiet orbit above his chest. Then, they shatter. So, here's the thing about Raise Dead. The spell will likely work, yes, but only if the soul chooses to return. And more than that, it gets harder every time. The first time someone dies, the DC is 10, but every successful resurrection, not just raise dead, but revivify and beyond with a couple of exceptions, adds +1 to that roll. You die a second time, now it's 11. A third, 12. Die 20 times, you're rolling against 30. You can't just keep popping back from the grave like it's nothing. The soul remembers, the weave remembers, the cost builds. So Celestia, with that in mind, give me a spellcasting ability check, roll a d20, add your wisdom modifier, and tell me if you beat a 10.
What's your modifier, Celestia?
It's +5.
Ha! Well, let's just not even risk it. Flash of genius.
This group's stackable buffs are beyond insane.
Damn right. Optimization nation, baby.
I mean, it was a DC of 10. If we couldn't pull that off, we should just pack up and go home.
Enough talk.
Yeah, Joe.
Yeah, Joe.
Come on, Joe. Green boy time.
Green
Green
boy.
boy. Green boy. Green boy. Green boy.
Okay, shh. Alrighty then. The light sharpens. Those shattered diamond fragments spiral inward, drawn into Raar's chest like falling stars pulled into a sun. Then the sound hits, a deep primal thrum in the air, like bones cracking, like the earth remembering. Raarh. Not a moment passes after Vazuriel's shadow vanishes before you feel it, like your entire body is being caught in the grip of a tidal current. Not water, not wind, just gravity. Invisible. Absolute. You're being yanked backwards. No movement required, no resistance allowed.
I try crouch down, Joe, make my center of heft lower, digging my feet in and whatnot.
You try to plant your feet, but it's of no use. They lift off the ground. The whitewashed village and hills around you start to blur. The grass and dirt evaporates in streams of gold and ash, and the sky folds inward like paper dipped in ink.
Huh, what the hell's happening to me? Hey, nip that!
It seems someone has indeed offered you their soul. A rare thing. A dangerous thing. And now, you return.
He steps forward from the dissolving white, his form unshaken amidst the collapse of everything.
But before you leave, remember this. Do not speak of what was shared here. Not in jest, not in trust, not even in warning. This knowledge is not meant for the world. It is meant only for you. If it exists within you, it is protected. But the moment you cast it outward, you contaminate the thread. And that contamination breeds rot, collapse, change, corruption. Ends you were not meant to alter.
Okay, I got you. Lips zipped, mind sealed. One-way ticket to nowhere, right? Oh, and it was nice meeting you, Goobus. Thanks for looking after me and Neppy.
It's Anubis.
Right, yeah, of course. See you later, newbie.
Anubis doesn't react. Not with a smile. Not with wrath. Just the faintest closing of his eyes. And then the world tilts and you fall. Not down, not up, through. And that, Raarh, is when the pain begins. Raar's muscles seize, every fiber of him twitching as the weave floods his body like a dam breaking. His skin glows with green-gold light, veins like molten iron beneath jade flesh. Then his eyes snap open, no gentle blink, no gasp of life. A brutal inhale, a growl, his arms flex, feet slam down, and in a blur of motion, Raarh explodes to his feet. His stance is kind of like Ooga Booga SpongeBob.
Whoa! What the fuck was that? That was weird! Like, I was warm, but also cold. My knees felt nostalgic. You ever had nostalgic knees?
Raarh, you're back!
God, you're really back.
I'll be honest, Green Bean, you scared the piss out of me.
Indeed, I am very back. Back from where? I am legally not allowed to say. Definitely didn't meet a jackal god or piss off an ancient entity or anything. So, how is everyone? Who died? Who lived? What's for breakfast?
Well, Kobe's still dead, buried 10 feet under the ice. And Alara, let's just say she's snow now, and ash, mostly ash.
Nice. Wait till I tell my dad. He's probably going to be real proud of his son, you know? Dropping like a sack of shit to some bullshit poison. Gods. He's going to mock me forever for that one. Oh, look at me. I'm Raarh, strongest there is. Oops, a tickle on the tongue and I'm down for the count. I mean, come on.
He's gone, Raarh.
Gone? You mean like, what? Got bored and left again? Figures, can't blame him. I'd ditch me too after that performance. Should have stayed in the damn mines.
No, Raarh, I mean, gone. We don't know how much you remember. or what you remember. But that poison didn't just kill you, it erased you. Soul and all. Only way back was someone else giving up theirs.
What are you telling me?
He chose you, Raarh. Your father, Drogar. He gave up his soul, his everything, so you could live. I used vitamancy, merged what was left of him into you. Soul, strength, even a few extra pounds of muscle. His body isn't here anymore because it's part of you now.
He really did it, huh? The bloody old geezer actually did it. You know, he spent the last 10 years acting like the world already took him, always chasing death like it owed him something. Guess he finally caught up to it. That stupid, stubborn, brilliant bastard. Course he went out like that. Didn't tell me, didn't ask, just decided, didn't even leave a note. Typical dad. Huh. And now I've got his damn soul rattling around in here. I swear if I start losing my sense of humor, I'm blaming you, Tronald.
That's the most raw response I've ever heard.
I mean, what do you want me to do? Cry about it? I already did, in my head, twice. Don't need to do it again out loud. I pat my chest, Joe, right over my heart. He's in here. That means he's not gone. And if I don't make that mean something, then that would be the real death. So, let's move. Let's find the rest of those Etherean things. And if I happen to shout a little louder than usual, that's just him, yelling with me.
All right then, Raarh. So, this wasn't your average trip back from the grave. No gold-flashing cleric spell, no tearful resurrection ritual. Tronald used vitamancy, a spell meant to merge two living souls. And in doing so, he didn't just bring you back. He rebuilt you. Because of the merge and because of the absolute god-tier intelligence check behind it, you get to choose two of Drogar's physical attributes and carry them forward. Call it legacy in the marrow.
Oh, sweet. In that case, I'm putting both into strength, so I'm sitting at 20 now. Fuck yeah.
I figured you'd go for that. We did kind of Frankenstein you into a war machine.
I was already a war machine. I'm just an even better one now.
True that, man.
It fits. You feel it instantly, like your body just knows how to move heavier, faster. The kind of strength that doesn't just lift, it crushes. Your bones feel denser, your steps heavier, and somewhere deep down, Drogar's will still simmers. An instinct, a presence.
And I suppose this will have no consequences whatsoever, right? Right.
Joe, I pick up my sword. Hey there, Nepthet, you still with me, buddy?
Yes, although that was extremely unpleasant.
Whew. All right, nice. What's the plan then, guys?
All right. So if we're gonna find these Ethereans in any kind of decent
Why is everything in here made of chicken?
Our way there.
Huh?
Which way was it again?
I mean it. Even the bed's made of chicken. The beer tastes
Speaking
like
of
roasted
Skadrith,
poultry.
I promised
The
her I'd bring
walls
her
smell
brother's
like
friend back,
drumsticks. Is
But
this
that would
what
mean
you
waiting
did
another
with your
day 'cause I'm
brain?
out of level 5 spell slots.
Your father,
So,
give you a
yeah.
second chance.
Raarh?
And you fill your head with chicken beer.
Raarh,
What the fuck? What do you mean, chicken beer?
Are you all right?
No, I mean, yes. My brain's being judgmental, and I don't know how to feel about that.
Start feeling guilty. You're going to hear a lot from me.
I wouldn't worry too much about the chicken theme. It grows on you after a while.
It's just strange. How can one man be so utterly consumed by chicken?
Chicken is not just a food, it's a way of life.
Wait, what?
Okay, yeah, he's back, just being random as fucking fuck as per usual.
Who's he talking to?
I'm not sure.
So, Tronald, turns out your chimeric merge spell thingy actually worked. Like, properly worked. And by worked, I mean, yeah, he's not dead. He's just sort of living inside my head now. All gruff and grumpy and muttering things like, chicken beer shouldn't be a thing. Was that supposed to happen? Because I feel like you just turned my dad into a really judgmental imaginary friend.
honestly, I'm not sure. That was the first time I've ever cast it. Or, well, the first time I've cast it as Tronald. And it's not even meant for resurrection, let alone soul transplanting necromagic. We kind of improvised. There were a lot of variables and stress and screaming.
Okay, but hear me out here. What if, and I'm just throwing this out there, you're not bonded with his soul, and you've just developed magic-induced psychosis from the trauma and excess muscle mass? because honestly, it tracks.
I'm starting to miss the prison.
He says he misses the prison.
You can hear him?
Yeah, numbnuts, loud and clear. That's what I've been trying to tell you, like a really angry inner monologue with biceps.
Don't worry. He'll adjust. Or you will. Either way, it'll be interesting.
All right, guys. I think that's a solid place to call it for tonight. This one, and honestly, probably the next one, are both going to be a bit shorter than what we've been doing recently. I mean, I say shorter, but they're still like 30 minutes. Do you remember when episodes used to be like 10 to 15 minutes back in the day?
Oh, yeah. Back when a whole session was just us throwing Gilroy's dead body at a tree. Good old days.
But yeah, just working around real-world responsibilities and whatnot. Next time, we hunt a Tyrians.
And chicken. Always chicken.
See you later, guys.